Okay, so my name is Dr. Daniel Kao, and today my topic for the day is 4 high payoff skill sets that you or your child must have for success. Okay, so if you are a parent, okay, or simply you are not a parent but you're looking for success in life, wealth in life, okay, good relationship whatsoever, right? Okay, the first thing you have to do for today, okay, before I go on, is join the Telegram group, okay, for Cognitive X. Okay, so our supporters will actually help to put the link into the chat right now. You can see the link, right? It's right there, okay? 4 high payoff skill sets you must have. bit.ly/cogx23. So everyone, you won't regret this. Just click the link and join the Telegram group, okay? You're going to get a lot of goodies over there, okay? I say this first because I don't want you guys to forget later on. Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for Next Level for just having me on this platform today. I'm really excited to share with you a little bit of my learning journey, as well as what I think are the most important things that you or your child must have for success in life. Okay, so are you ready to begin? If you're ready to begin, type a ready in the chat and I'll go with lots of gusto. Okay, type a ready in the chat. Perfect. Okay, thank you guys. Lots of energy. Okay, so about just a little bit about myself. My friends and colleagues, they very candidly, they call me Dr. Learning Machine. Okay, so there was once that my colleagues were asked, hey, what is my special skill set? And all of them looked around and said, they thought for a long time. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing, okay, but eventually they came at one thing. I think Daniel is just really, really good at learning. Okay, so I think for myself, I mean, being a so-called learning machine is not really the thing that I want to be called, okay, but however, I feel that everyone in life should really have this mindset and this ability to continue learning. So what I see in a lot of adults is that after they graduate from university or they start working, they just stop reading and they stop learning. So you end up with very elderly people with mindsets that kind of like stop growing when after university or after polytechnic. Okay, so this is something that we must all aspire to do, aspire to keep learning. Okay, so for myself, I'm actually a top academic. I studied in Singapore's gifted education system, okay, and I graduated out of the top schools in Singapore. I received my degrees in medicine and surgery from NUS in 2008. And of course, thanks to the very nice introduction, okay, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of Nestec, and of course, the CEO and founder of Cognitive X, okay, Hyper Learning Academy, okay. All right, okay, so who is this presentation for? So you may be asking yourself, hey, Daniel, what if I'm not a parent, right? So I'm going to give you 3 groups of people whom I feel will strongly benefit from this presentation. So if you fall into any of these 3 groups, make sure you listen very carefully to what I have to say over the next 15 minutes, okay? Just a short time, but I guarantee you it's going to do some disruption to your usual trend of thought. It's going to give you new insights into how you want to perform in the rest of your life as well. Okay, so the first group is if you are parents with young kids. Okay, so if you are parents with young kids and you really want your kids to be successful, after all parents want this, right? I also have 2 young kids. So if you want them to be very successful, highly connected individuals in life, really pay close attention, okay? If you're parents with adult kids, okay, and you want to continue to shape their future, or maybe you're going to expecting grandchildren soon, okay, congrats, listen closely as well. And of course, if you happen to be the individual, okay, non-parent, the so-called free and happening group, okay, I always say this group very fortunate, very lucky. So if you're wondering what that click is in life, that's standing between you and success, right? Okay, this presentation could very well be it. Okay, so pay close attention, all right? Okay, so sit up, listen up. Okay, the next 15 minutes, very impactful. The truth may shock you, okay? It may challenge your pre-existing beliefs and priorities, okay? But I want to tell you, the next 15 minutes can be potentially life-changing for you or your kids, okay? So pay close attention. Okay, so this is my story on how I actually nailed the Singapore education system. Okay, so first of all, in Singapore, right, so some of you guys are from Malaysia. So in primary school over here, we have this thing called a PSLE, okay? So I was actually the top PSLE student, okay, in my school with a score of near 280, okay? If you think that is quite good, type a not bad in the chat, okay? Type a not bad in the chat for me, all right? By the way, that screenshot is actually from a newspaper cutting, okay, that I keep up to today. Thank you guys, okay, help me boost a little bit my ego. Okay, now the second thing is in O levels, right, I actually studied in the gifted education system in one of the top schools in Singapore. You can guess which one it is. Now, Singapore is the 3rd highest IQ nation in the world, and I studied alongside the top 0.25% in Singapore. Okay, so I hit about 9 A1s in my O levels, and eventually I went to the top JC, okay, and I also topped the top JC, okay, so I got 4 A's. during my time, it was S paper. So if you want to go beyond A levels, it was S level. Now they have changed the system. I had distinctions for all my S papers and also at A1 for GP. Okay, so if you think this is amazing, type amazing in chat. Or just give me a wow, Okay, type a wow. Right, type a wow for me. Okay, awesome. Okay, I love it. Okay, ego booster for today. Okay, so the point of me sharing this is not actually for me to get a bit of a ego boost from you guys, although it is very helpful. Okay, I want to tell you guys a bit of one of the very effective hacks that I used. Okay, it's very, very simple. It's just 2 steps on the screen, but it was immensely helpful for me. Okay, this is just one of the techniques that I used when I was studying. Now, the first thing is I will go through the materials once. Okay, I will do a very quick summary, and then 24 hours later, exactly 24 hours later. Okay, no later, no before. Okay, I will actually do a quick review of actually what I studied, the summary, and it only takes 5 minutes, okay, just 5 minutes. And I found that just by doing this very, very strange method, okay, I was able to remember information from history, biology, physics, everything so much better than anyone else, okay. And this was one of my little secrets, okay, that I took with me for a longest time. Okay, until recently, when I actually spoke to some childhood development experts, childhood learning experts as well, I actually realized that, hey, actually what I was doing, there was some scientific basis to it. It's just that it wasn't taught in schools, okay, so nobody knew about it, okay. So actually, this is the graph, okay. Now, when you study something, because your brain is actually full of nerve cells, it's all made up of nerve cells called neurons, and all these neurons, they operate on electricity. Okay, listen to me, they operate on electricity. Okay, so at the point when you study, right, this electrical potential, it spikes up. Okay, so you have a very, very clear idea of what you just studied. But over time, the next few days, right, if you don't do anything about it, this thing you just see, look at the blue line, okay, it just disappears. And by the time you get to the exam, you realize that, hey, actually you've forgotten like half or maybe 75% of what you studied already. Okay, so just by doing a very simple thing, by going back to it, like maybe 24 hours later, or maybe even 48 hours, you can do one more time. Okay, there's a huge spike in this electrical activity, and it takes much longer for it to go down. And by the time you hit exams, it is still fresh in your head. Okay, so this is actually something that's proven. And when I found out about it from the childhood development experts and childhood learning experts who I spoke to, I was incredibly shocked. I thought, hey, I thought it was a little hack or secret that I knew, but apparently, okay, the most amazing thing is that, okay, it is actually a skill that can be learned. Okay, a skill that can be learned. And in addition to that, there are so much well-known memory techniques, visualization techniques that somehow I managed to do it on my own when I was young. But these are things that actually people teach, okay, to children. Okay, alright, they actually teach to children. Okay, so the good news for every one of you who are parents, or if you are studying, or you just want to excel in your work by having a better memory, okay, or be able to assimilate information better, is that all these skill sets can be taught. Okay, that's the good news. Okay, so examples are memory techniques, or techniques to allow you to extrapolate previous knowledge, to learn more, to link up information. All these they're real techniques that you can be learned. Okay, that's the most amazing thing. Okay, so I want to bring you guys to the first truth of today. Okay, which I feel very strongly about. Is that in schools, right? In schools, okay, there's so much emphasis on memory, or learning what's in the class, okay, or learning physics, chemistry, biology, science, English, mathematics, practice. Okay, but everyone forgot one important thing. Okay, the skill set of learning itself must be learned. Okay, that is the truth number one that I'm going to bring to you guys today, and it can be taught. Okay, that's the first truth. Okay. So now I'm going to bring you back to my history a little bit. So remember, I studied in the gifted education program, right? In the top 0.25% of Singapore. Okay, so I want to ask you guys now, what do you think happened to the top 0.25% of Singapore? All the gifted kids, IQ 140, 150, that kind. What do you think happened to them? Okay, did they all grow up to be very successful, making big bucks? Okay, what do you think? If you think yes, the answer is yes. Type a yes in the chat right now for me. How do you know? No, yes, no. Become ministers, okay. That'll be interesting. I'm not a minister. Yes, no, successful people. Okay, so it's very divided. Or become X-Men. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, I hear the X-Men, the theme song in my head already. Okay, the 1990s one. Okay, so scholar, not all. Okay, so I want to share with you what actually happened to all my batchmates, very brilliant people. Okay, and unfortunately, okay, I know a number of them actually ended in suicide. Okay, took their own lives. Right? Okay. There's a number of them actually fell prey to things like alcoholism, went to jail, okay, and a good number of them are depressed and sad as well. Okay, so these are the outliers. Okay, majority of them, they ended up as PMETs, taking on office jobs. Okay, and a very small percentage of them actually became high net worth individuals. Okay, I do have a friend who did listing for large companies. Okay, I won't say which one. Okay, so people like that, very, very high net worth, very, very extremely successful. I have people who became judges and all that as well. Okay, so I want to ask you guys today, is there really any difference from non-gifted? Okay, so according to, the thing is that everybody wants to be super smart. Everybody wants to have good grades in school. Okay, because parents automatically associate good grades and this kind of intelligence in schools to success in life. Okay, so is there any difference? Okay, the answer is no. There's not much difference. Okay, if you go to the general population, a lot of them just basically it's the same path. Okay, it's the same path that they took. So in that case, you really got to ask yourself, why do I really want to do so well in school? Why do I want so much intelligence? Okay, if it's not really the one that's driving the results, okay, in life for my children or for myself. Okay, so I want to have a bit of a confession to make. Now, when I taught the schools, secondary school, JC and all that, I want to share with you guys a little bit of my past, okay? You may think that I possibly was at my highest point in life, right? Doing so well. Everybody's like, wow, Daniel, you do so well in school, so smart, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I want to share with you my little secret. I was actually at my lowest point in my life at what you thought was the highest. Okay, I suffered from crippling social anxiety. Okay, every morning I stand there for, to sing the national anthem. I would actually, start to shiver. I would go into panic attacks. Every day I went home, I asked myself, what is wrong with myself? Why am I like that? Okay, I cried regularly in the dark. No one knew this, not even my parents. And I hated everything about myself. I hated my looks. Okay, I hated my height. I hated my inability to socialize. And I was very afraid of authority, okay? At any point in time, a teacher can't talk to me, right? I'll just shiver, I'll feel super duper scared. Okay, super duper scared. Okay, and I took this together with me in my life, even through medical school. Okay, so I want to share with you the truth number 2 today, for all of you parents out there, or yourself, okay, struggling to score in good grades or wanting to get some kind of affirmation in terms of papers. Okay, I want to tell the truth today. Having good grades does not guarantee success in life for you or your kids. Okay, for you and your kids. All right, that is the truth. Okay, so think about it. Okay, so now it comes to the final truth that I want to tell you guys today. What exactly creates the path for success then? If it's not so-called intelligence, if it's not good grades, okay, so what creates the path for success? Okay, so this was when I actually studied the high net worth individuals around me. So being in business, as well as being a CEO of my own company, it gave me a lot of access to all these huge company CEOs, high level management, high net worth individuals. So what actually creates this path to success? Now, there's one very good example over here. I wonder if you guys have actually seen this video. Okay, so this actually went viral about 2-3 months ago, or was it more than that perhaps, maybe 6 months ago. Okay, so Qiu Shouzhi, right, he is actually the CEO of TikTok. Okay, so every time you guys scroll and all that TikTok in Singapore or Malaysia, right, this guy, this guy is behind it. Okay, so he's the CEO of TikTok, at least the certain parts of the world, not the non-China part, okay? And he actually had to fly to US to undergo a very stringent and a very grueling kind of interview with the US Congress, so the US government. Okay, the main thing is because the US government felt that TikTok itself was some kind of security threat to US, because they were afraid that TikTok might be sharing personal details and data with the China side. So there's some kind of a political thing going on, right? Okay, so he was actually grilled in front of a huge crowd, in front of the US Congress, and the way he actually handled it was superb, I tell you. If you haven't seen the video yet, okay, if you have seen the video, type a yes in the chat, okay? If you have not seen the video, right, go and watch it, okay? Go and watch it, okay? Basically, he made, using a very cool, very suave, and very steady approach to answering the questions, he made the US congressperson who was asking him all these questions look a little bit foolish. And this was what all the Gen Z and all the social media was saying. Okay, so they even gave it a nickname called Zeddy. Okay, so if you have actually watched the video, I broke it down. I want to tell you today that what made Qiu Shouzhi able to take up his position as the TikTok CEO are these traits, okay, that are not taught in schools. Now, the first thing is his ability to assert his opinion very quietly and very confidently. He's not fighting to push it across, okay, but he's quietly asserting himself. He said that, hey, when a US congressman asked him, hey, Mr. Chew, can you share with us what are your assets in ByteDance and things like that? He said, sorry, sir, I would like to keep my private assets under my personal, is my secret, why should I share it? Okay, he said something to this effect. Okay, he also had very strong critical thinking. When faced with tough questions, he always went back to first principles and said, hey, this is the truth. Okay, the TikTok outside of China actually belongs to a different company. Okay, it's not under ByteDance. Okay, so things like that. He said it very, very factually, very calmly. And the most important thing is he also had a growth mindset as well. When he was faced with questions he could not actually answer, okay, he just said, sorry, I don't know about this, but yes, I will check it out for you guys. And the last thing is his public speaking skills are simply off the charts. Very, very clear, very confident, okay, and very, very directed in terms of answering. Alright, so this is the last truth for today. If you want to be highly successful in life, if you want your kids to be highly successful in life, it really demands an entirely different set of skills, and these set of skills are not taught in schools at all, okay? So this is the 4 skill sets, okay, the 4I framework that we teach at Cognitive X. Okay, the first thing is we want you to be intelligent, you or your child to be intelligent, okay, not just in terms of memory work, okay, but fluidly intelligent, okay, able to use previous information to solve new problems. And the second one is very important, how to be an indomitable child, okay. Alright, the skills and grit to face down adversity, okay, is the most important predictor for success. This is proven. How to be influential person, okay, very sociable, and how to build your network, okay, that builds and maintains and broadens the leverage and influence, okay. And lastly, know how to self-regulate, okay, know your own emotional states. Sometimes, you feel very upset about something, know that it's something that will pass, okay. How to be self-aware and how to understand your own inner motivations, desires, and understand your own self-esteem levels, okay, and what is actually hurting you. Okay, so if you want to give your child with high payoff skill sets that the ultra successful have, okay, that I spent years studying, right? Alright, scan the QR code right now on the screen, okay, or you can just simply go to your browser on your phone and type in this address bit.ly/cogx23, okay, join it right now, okay, I guarantee you will not regret it, okay. In fact, you don't join now, they realize, you actually miss out on a lot of things. Okay, so if you are non-parent, okay, join as well, because we're actually looking for partners, okay, and people to spread the word. So just join the community, okay. There's benefits for everyone, I guarantee you. Okay, so thank you so much, okay, for your time. I hope that was a liberating presentation. I'm going to hand the time back to the host right now. Okay, thank you guys. Goodbye. Bye.